And just like that, we back with part 2. Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters. We are now in part 2. Before YouTube do their thing, let us do ours. Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised. Alright, so let us move to the next videos. Again, those guys, they're going to go at each other's throat and they're going to destroy each other, not us. And a lot of people are afraid, like, but they're going to press that button and get rid of all of us. No, listen. We are a protected and guarded species. They aren't. The earth is protected, man. Forces and things you don't see, but they are here. It's not like those guys can do whatever the hell they want, not anymore. They had a short period to do whatever the hell they want, they did it. They want to make sure, they want to make it things is now going to happen. No, it's not. All right? You guys did all those things before doing the Inquisition. Let's keep on moving.
Welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. Thank you for joining us for our second half hour. Now, developing now, a deadly shooting investigation in Tennessee. New body cam video showed the moment officers shot and killed Manasseh Horton, a 43-year-old mother, just released. Get the out of the car! Get out the car! This happened back in March. Officers say they were trying to pull her over after she allegedly pointed a shotgun at her fiance, then left the house. She had already driven off after the officers waved her down. Once they caught up with her and boxed her in, they shot her nearly 20 times. Oof. And they will not be charged, according to the district attorney.
Hey, well, hey, I like
law enforcement officer.
Well, you know, they taste of your own medicine. Plus, she had a shotgun. Now that's give the officer a right to fear for his life because she had a shotgun, man. A shotgun don't play. You know, the one blast can take both officers down. You know, with just one blast. You know, so yeah, this is terrible here, man. Terrible.
So Greg Dupree joins us with more reaction to this investigation. Greg, when you take a look at this case where 43-year-old Manasseh Horton shot and killed by deputies in Shelby County, Tennessee, your thoughts on it?
Well, it's a tragic event, obviously, Isaiah. It's very hard to look at this and try to actually find fault with the officers in the sense that they were called by this woman's fiance, I believe.
Yes.
After she had pointed a shotgun at him, so that information going out over the airways is obviously going to put the officers on a heightened sense of alert, knowing that this woman is armed or possibly armed, and you know she led them on a brief chase, and then she wasn't complying with their commands, and when they stopped her, and she picked up the shotgun, and it had a tragic ending. You know, I know it's unfortunate, and the fiance is unhappy, but hey. You called the police in the first place, and you gave them the information about her having a shotgun. So pointing the shotgun at him. So that means she did have a potential to point a weapon at someone, and evidently she was trying to do it again with the police officers. Now, the video that I've seen, it wasn't clear enough to me to see into the vehicle to see. I didn't have that perspective, but I'm not going to Monday morning quarterback these guys and say what they saw was different from what I saw. They were there on the scene and they reacted accordingly. Mm-hmm. And generally in situations like this, whether you fire one bullet or 20, it really doesn't.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's what you want to do. You want to stop the threat, and that's what they did. They stopped the threat. Now I don't see the problem here. You have a shotgun in your hand. You pointed at your fiance. There was an argument, something like that, and then now you have this gun. You know, you could have easily opened the door, you know, go to jail, and the fiance could have come out there and say, "Wow, you know, we were just arguing. It got out of hand, and I don't want to press any charges." Good, but no, you point that thing at those good police officers out there. of course, they have to bring somebody that look like us and make this thing all about and make this thing all about us and make it seems like we are the reason that caused this and we are violent. They want to do that look just like us. Not only they got Isaiah, doing this thing. Okay, this dude is Isaiah. If you don't know who this guy is, he's the guy that back in the 90s he had a video. What really happened here and Chris Wood death and then the fly into his mouth. This is Isaiah. He become very popular in the 2008, 2010. That's when the internet, again, like I said, 2008, 2009, 2010, especially from 2007 to 2010. I say 2007 to 2012. That was like the golden year for me for the internet. That's when you could get all this stuff. Everything was in gimmicks. Everything was in swagger jack. It was mostly the stuff that were coming out were original. Now you got swagger jacking. There is no originality. People swagger jack people, steal your stuff, making other things and stuff like that. But anyway, beloved, you see how the curse is flipping. Things like that, you would have never seen things like that happen back in pre-2019. A bunch of black officer gunned down a white woman, okay, 22 times, over 20 times. You would have not seen this. You would have seen the opposite, okay? A black man get shot by a bunch of white police officers and stuff. The plagues, it's switching, all right? It's switching, all right? Those dudes, they were black. They like, get the get the hell out of the car. She pointed the shotgun at them. Boom. That's all. Let's keep on moving.
Well, graphic body cam footage just released shows an NYPD officer talking a man in distress off a ledge in Manhattan.
Even more stunning, the emotional toll faced by the officer after that man is safe, which you'll see in a minute. Fox 5 Sharon Crowley live in the newsroom with more of the video and what's being done to make sure officers' mental health needs are being met. Sharon.
Yeah, that's right, Steve. Well, the video that you're about to watch was taken during a crisis earlier this month. The officer's body cam video really shows the stress officers can sometimes face and the impact it can have on their emotions.
I've been in your shoes, man. I've been in your shoes, man, right? It's not worth it.
NYPD officer Carl Fayette's body camera video shows him calmly but persistently urging a suicidal man to get off a ledge on an overpass on the Upper West Side of Manhattan.
There is solutions. There is way to actually get out of this situation. And I promise you, I promise.
The NYPD posting the tense interaction on social media. Officer Fayette and another officer, Eliodoro Mata, both plead with the man to accept help.
And I believe that you're a good man. You're a good man. And I promise you, brother, I promise you, we will do anything in our power to help you.
40 tense minutes pass.
Life is beautiful, brother. Just listen to my voice, brother.
Finally, another officer with a harness pulls the man to safety. Officer Fayette is overcome with emotion.
So things like that, they will take a toll on you, okay? Because those guys, they are not cut to be police officers. This dude is not cut to be police officers. A police officer supposed to go out there and shoot this guy. He's supposed to say, hey, you piece of hash, jump. You'll make my job easier. A police officer is supposed to abuse his power, get on the ground, or shoot you 22 times. Like the other dudes, they're cut to be police officers, but not this guy. Okay, he has the soul of an angel. He wants to help. And things like that, version, they will affect you. Remember that police officer? We made a video about him. Okay, he was this tough guy on our people until he keep going to calls. What he's seeing is his own people keep getting the short end of the stick. And then he finally stumbled upon a scene where he find a young boy or a young girl, or 5-year-old, 3-year-old girl drowned. And this scene F him up for life. And he drank himself to death. When he drank himself to sleep, he was doing a lot of drugs so he can forget what he saw. Okay, those guys are not cut to be police officers, man. A police officer, you have to go tooth and nail after our people and murder and kill them without impunity. You just do this is your job. Okay? And things like that, man, and somebody almost killed himself, and then you were there, you behind this fence, and you see and watch this person jump and die. And although this has nothing to do with you, but your conscience is going to talk and say, you could have done something. You could have done this. You could have done that. But then again, beloved, whenever those folks are in trouble, who they sent? Folks that look like us and talk like us. And this guy, he actually saved the dude. Okay? His power, his words that came out of his mouth, make sure this whatever demon that was in this guy didn't jump. Okay? Because the sun is making a lot of people crazy. And things are, and again, beloved, when you interfere with things like that, you share certain of the trauma. Okay, all right. You can listen to this. Okay, listen to that. All right.
Officer with a harness pulls the man to safety. Officer Fayette is overcome with emotion. This dramatic rescue shining a spotlight on the stress police officers face on the job.
These are human beings that every day do a job that we make them not human.
Stephanie Samuels is a psychotherapist who works with law enforcement.
The concern for them is always that if they seek help, that there will be some type of retaliatory action that's for having done so.
She founded a nonprofit crisis service called Copline. Officers can call 1-800-COPLINE to get 24/7 confidential counseling from retired cops. She says she watched the body cam video and was impressed with how the officers responded.
Again, they will retaliate against you. And all those cops can tell you this. The moment a cop seek mental health, they'll say you're not fit for duty and they will just fire you. They actually need the crazy ass cop out there. That's how they get away with things. So they would say, oh, well, he had mental health issue, but he never did seek help and then stuff. So they can get people off. That's how those guys get away with things. If remember the first guy, he said he seek help. They were making fun of him every time they sent him to. Let me see if we can find the video. Police officer witness child drown, traumatized. Drown. Okay. Well, that happened 3 months ago. This woman was, drowning those kids. Where's that guy? Okay, it's really hard because there are so many of them. Police officer, child drown, traumatized, or something like that. Let's see, police officer traumatized from drowning child. Scene. Oh, on N. No, this is the. There are so many of them, like kids are drowning. But yes, there is. For those of you who remember this thing, this cop, he was traumatized. He was drinking. Cop traumatized, abusing drugs. Let's put alcohol. I forgot then the name of it. Oh, is that the? Alcohol. Is that what that is? No. Police officers abusing drugs. Okay. Is that what that is? Oh no, that's not the dude. Yeah, it happened at least, I would say, a year ago. It happened at least a year ago. So it's crazy, man. And things like that, they will affect you. They will affect you. That's why we told our people, man, there are certain stuff you need not to get. Well, if it's not your business, he was a cop. That's his duty. And certain things you don't need to get involved. Remember, there was a video we profiled. There was an accident, and this guy, he's an ex-Marine, and the accident was so horrible. And then he went over there. He tried to help the person, and then when he saw the mutilation, he saw the results of the accident, and he like, yo, I've been in war, I've been back and forth, and I wish I never seen this thing. He said this thing is gonna stick with him for life. So there are certain things you're not supposed to see. They are not meant for your eyes to see. Okay, let's keep on moving. Okay, let's just get rid of this. Mohammed bin Salman calls for an end to violence in Gaza. So yeah, I believe he's the king or prince of that place. So yeah, so you got those guys going at each other's throat, killing each other over there. They try to make this thing look like us. They try to make this thing is like we are doing this. Fox News. Let's see. Fox. Oh. Yeah, Fox News. Fox News 9 days ago, BLM is filled with jobless, godless, hateful Marxists, former BLM activists. Black Miss Israel touches support for. Let's listen to the garbage. They try to make this thing. They try to make this thing about us. Well, let's watch this one then.
Are sparking outrage today, supporting radical Islamic terrorism. BLM chapters and groups across the country celebrating the sickening Hamas assault by these paragliders, descending from the sky and bringing death to 260 young people enjoying that music festival. The Chicago BLM chapter posted on X an image of a paraglider, just like the terrorists, with a fluttering Palestinian flag above the words, "I stand with Palestine," and the comment, "That is all, that is it." BLM chapters, including those in Louisville, Detroit, and Los Angeles, also showed their support, reposting that image. Noted theologian Rabbi Shea Held responded by posting on social media, quote, "Because nothing says liberation like slaughtering 40 babies in one small kibbutz, shame on you for declaring your moral bankruptcy." Another chapter, the Black Lives Matter grassroots group, calls the attack on Israel a, quote, "desperate act of self-defense that must not be condemned." Well, the Israeli ambassador to the United Nations, Gilad Erdan, told me that he is shocked that some pro-Palestinian groups in our country have actually been supporting Hamas.
We just saw 700 innocent civilians, babies, mothers, grandparents, Holocaust survivors were butchered by barbaric Hamas operatives. And you are standing here supporting them?
Again, make it about us. Make this thing like, hey, those people, they support that. and bringing people that look like us, okay, say a few words. This thing. There we go. Okay, bring people that look like us. Okay. There we go. There we go. Well. Bring people that look like us. Make this thing about us. Take two people. Okay, let's listen to this garbage. Okay, let's listen. This is what happened when you're on low vibration and you pay attention to this garbage. Listen to this.
It was the summer of love and Black Lives Matter was rampaging. The mostly peaceful protests killed about 24 people, torched cities, and racked up $2 billion in damage. They sucked up $90 million in donations, and most of it went missing. BLM destabilized this country, and the world was watching. Even a Hamas warlord exploited George Floyd's death.
جورج فلويد قتل في مثل هذه الأيام نتيجة منهجية عنصرية موجودة لدى أشخاص. اليوم هذه العنصرية التي قتل بها جورج فلويد يمارسها الاحتلال ضدنا وضد أهلنا. إحنا يجب
always bring up, without us there's no conflict. We have to be the center of thing. Martin Luther King, oh Malcolm X, oh George Floyd, oh this guy, oh that guy. Tupac was killed, the Biggie. What they have, you have to be the center of this thing. Make it about black folks. You want to get away with things, use black folks. That's what those people do. That's all they've done. Put us in the middle of this thing. Put us in the middle of that thing. This is about your black folks. This is about you. You hating this side over there. You hating that side. Bring Miss Israel. Bring just like Miss Haiti. Let's look at Miss Haiti. Let me see. Let's look at Miss Haiti that they had. That was 2021. 2021 Miss Haiti.
Pascal Bellany, according to some
No, not this one. Where's Miss Haiti? No. 2020? Was it 2020? Where's that Miss Haiti that they had? Miss Haiti, boy. Where's that white woman that they had at Miss Haiti? Was she? Was it her? No. Miss Haiti, white woman. There we go. Is that her? There you go. All right. Is that her? Yeah. Bring Miss Haiti. All right. I know the I know the Falcon family. Actually, I went to school with them. All right. Bring her. Bring her. Remember what remember what they were doing like in 2022? I don't know. You know, and things like that. Bring her. Bring her. Just bring Miss Israel right there. Let's listen to those people who exploited this issue.
أن يضع العالم الحر وشباب العالم الحر كله حدا لهذه الجرائم.
That's why the entire
BLM posted a pro-Hamas image, paragliding terrorists swooping in to butcher kids, but apologized and said they do not support Hamas. And we believe them. The first ever Black Miss Israel is now calling out BLM, saying they're all hypocrites.
Remember you screaming in the street. I can breathe. I can breathe. Hamas is ISIS. Pray for us. Pray for Israel. Because we can breathe.
TT Ayana is a former Ms. Israel and a human rights activist. So, TT, what exactly changed your opinion with Black Lives Matter?
Hey, Jesse. Thank you for having me here tonight. I just saw their post, you know, as you said before, with the terrorist that came to kill the Israel and Israeli citizens. And for them, not just, you know, for them supporting Palestinian, they say it's okay, but for them not saying anything about 1,400 civilians who were murdered by the Hamas, and for them not saying anything about women who was raped by the terrorist, for them not saying anything when they heard that they slaughtering babies in Israel, and they say they care about Black people, they say they care about human rights. What about my rights as a Black woman in Israel? You know, in Israel there is huge Black Jewish community here, and I thought Black Lives Matters in Israel too. So I was shocked by their response, but that they didn't say anything about this. And
do you think Black Lives Matter is a fraud?
I think they are hypocrites. They support, because if you support human rights, you're supposed to.
That's right. Bring somebody that look like us and make the attack. Make the focus about us. Make it about us. That has nothing to do with us. What they do, brethren, so they can have people and they want to incite it and excited our brethren. And then people will come to defend. Oh, Black Lives Matter. This. That has nothing to do with us. They make sure they brought this black woman over there as a black woman living in Israel, which I'm, Israel. I'm one of them and stuff like that, and bring her here. And do you think they are hypocrites? Do you think they are fraud? Yeah, I believe they are hypocrites and stuff like that. Beloved, that has nothing to do with us. We just chill, okay? I just bought this for comedy relief, so we don't care. Let's keep on moving, brethren. We don't care about that.
Now to a very disturbing story. A local pastor is in jail accused of sexually assaulting a family member several hundred times. Court documents say it happened in parking lots in 2 local churches. ABC 13's Giovanni Ligi is live from the Harris County Jail tonight, breaking down everything we know. Giovanni?
Well, court documents showing this sexual assault started when this little girl was just 7 years old. It lasted for almost a decade, and at one point, he even got her pregnant. 39-year-old Robert Carter is the man police said sexually assaulted his own family member. Documents showing this happened over the span of a decade at least 600 times.
Well, then again, I don't see why people just like shocking, like, yo, I don't know why this thing happened, and he's a pastor. He was supposed to be this guy that bring my children to Jesus. And I don't know why people are just like, oh, that shouldn't happen. Yes. Because that's exactly what you guys do. That's what those guys do, brethren, okay? They prey on little kids. All right? This child was like 5, 6, 7 years old, and they prey when this kid can't do anything. And then they'll do stuff unto them. And most of the time when it's in the church, their parents are well aware of that. Okay? They are well aware of that. They just all about that Jesus. I believe there was something in Montel or shows a very long time ago where a young woman was repeatedly being raped by the pastor, and she got pregnant, and then she become old enough. She went to the police and reported they arrested the pastor. Her own mother went taking the stance and said, the pastor killed her. And when she reported it, he murdered her. And then they arrested the pastor, and their own mother went in front of the courtroom and said, well, we Jesus say forgive. Arresting the pastor or jailing him, it won't bring our daughter back. We all need to forgive and forget. Okay, because that's what they taught our people. And people will sit down and say, this guy, well, Big Eva, you have to understand, look at him, he got the beard, and he kept the law, so he one of us. Okay, he's going to go to the kingdom of us, okay, well, kingdom with us, or he's going to go place. I don't know where you guys get this thing. I have no idea, but that's what those dudes do, okay? I will just bring this over there so people won't be shocked when the priest caught with the little boys and those guys caught with little girls and stuff like that. It happened. That's what they do. At least I'm not shocked here.
These buses arrived early on Friday in Kiryat Shmona, ready to carry people away from this town of 23,000, 2 kilometers from Israel's border with Lebanon. Among them, Roni Shlomit Yona. She's found delays in their departure difficult.
We are waiting for an announcement informing us to where we're being evacuated. We've been waiting for it since this morning.
Many here are more angry with the authorities, including this man in the car, the local mayor. One mother screams that Tel Aviv, where she's going, will not be safer. Bibi, she says to Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, I voted for you all these years, but this government's failed. My 5 children were not safe here. Another man tells the mayor he has 2 children in Israeli army units near Gaza. Where should I sleep, he shouts. With whom should I stay? It's a question asked by many Israelis in the region, where 50,000 have been forced to leave in a single week. Since Israel's military has stepped up activity along the border with Lebanon, carrying out artillery strikes and attacks by drone in response to mortar and rocket fire, hotels like this one in central Tel Aviv have been preparing to host hundreds of Israelis evacuated from towns and cities in that northern region. Inside, staff sort through boxes for the new arrivals. Food supplies for a Sabbath meal that will not be celebrated in peace. Willem Marks, Al Jazeera, Tel Aviv, Israel.
All right, well...
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.
Okay, hang on. As you can see here, beloved, okay, those people are angry at their officials, okay? Those are the kings and princes. They are angry at them. And at one point, they're going to attack those guys. Because one thing the so-called 83 do not like is people to mess with their blessing, with their inconvenience, mess with their peace. Okay, they want to enjoy this blessing and peace. They don't want to hear anything about people. One thing, get out of the place, or you're not safe here. That's one thing 83 do not like. People telling them what to do, or people trying to tell them they're not safe. Okay? Things like that, beloved, they will happen. And then they're going to keep happening, and it's going to get worse. So a lot of people are ordered to leave cities. The Most High, the energy is gathering, the angels gathering those people. They're going to get destroyed. That's what that is, okay? That's what it is, okay? We give the Holy One great praise, great glory, beloved, okay? Let's keep on moving to the next video. This is prophecy right here. Those people are being gathered to be slaughtered. Gather them to slaughter, because they're not going to come against and bring Jacob's trouble. Like we said it multiple times. If you're new here, be at peace. There'll be no Jacob's trouble. We already went to Jacob's trouble. Okay? Jacob's trouble, where they destroy us in the first, second, and third, and fourth part. They destroy us in Europe, China, Asia, Japan, Arabia, and Africa, in the Caribbean, everywhere around the world. They destroy us. There's nothing those people can do that can somewhat destroy us again, because we all destroy people, okay? Now the Mighty One gather us back together. That's why they are trying to make everything about us, and even though that has nothing to do with us. The whole thing happened over there. Would they put in the center? Us. Well, George Floyd was this, so because the most I want to make the entire world see how they treat us. And the whole George Floyd thing happened in 2020. That was sealed. The entire world saw this. They saw everything that you guys do. That's why ever since the 2020 that incident, those police officers somewhat kind of like restrain a little. They're still killing our brethren, but if they see somebody's shooting a video, they kind of like, if they were going to kill the brother, they like, hey man, you know, hey. Go to prison, because they were emboldened before. They've done this with the brother that was selling loose cigarette, okay, over there in New York, I believe, or in Minnesota, not Minneapolis, but Missouri. They did this thing with Trayvon Martin. You know, they become emboldened and keep doing this thing up until George Floyd. Now it's been 3 years. You don't hear this thing anymore. And they won't be able to do that ever again. That's why they are shooting their own people like 20 times or whatever, and they are taking themselves out. Yes.
Good afternoon. I'm Liz Reyes. Thanks for joining us. We've got some new information on that horrific story we've been following. 29-year-old Joseph Washington was arrested yesterday after he allegedly set his ex-wife's house on fire with his 8, 5, and 3-year-old children still inside the home. He now faces 3 counts of murder. Now, friends and family also telling us a mother of the children, she's been hospitalized. A memorial at the victim's house, meanwhile, in Little Woods area of New Orleans, is growing. Chris Welty is live. He joins us with the latest. Chris.
Liz, yeah, this memorial continues to grow. It's been an incredibly emotional time here on America Street since this tragic fire happened. As you can see, there's a ton of stuffed animals, there's cards and posters. The grandfather did place some charred photos of the kids out here next to the memorial. Those have since been removed, but of course, a lot of people have been coming to light candles as well. A lot of people just wanting to wrap their arms around this family. I did speak with the family on the father's side, and they told me that they are incredibly grateful for the outpouring of love and support. They tell me that people from across the region have offered condolences and support. Of course, everyone is still trying to process exactly what happened here. Now, I was told that a lot of these neighbors, they did build these homes together. These were Habitat for Humanity homes, so they all were pitching in, putting these homes together, and also watching their families grow up, watching those, or also celebrating those big milestones. Whenever someone was pregnant, watching their bellies grow, celebrating birthdays and holidays together. So it's, of course, just an incredibly difficult time for everyone on the street to just process exactly what happened. And also, since we've been out here, we have seen just pieces of this house that, of course, is a total loss following this fire, but pieces of this house just falling down. So, it's just a very difficult time. But take a listen to somebody that we interviewed earlier today. She says that she was out here at the memorial last night and she felt compelled to come back again this morning.
Father God, I'm so upset right now, and just be with her and give her what he knows she needs, because this is going to be really hard for her to deal with. And if I could just find her right now, I would love to give her a hug. I probably hug her for 5 minutes or longer, because this is hurting for her. I promise y'all, it's hurting for her.
All right. So again, beloved, as you can see, there are a lot of folks, but because of this video, we'll refer to the fellow as a 2/3. But where's the picture of this guy? There we go. Is that what that is? Okay, Joseph Washington. There we go. All right, you can see this dude and the way that he is. Like, no one will look at a picture of that guy and say he's in the right state. He's good. You can see this guy, he's under something, or something is under him or above him. I don't know. Okay, as you can see, those guys, they are taking their children out, and some of them, they get involved in altercation or argument with their spouse, the girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, and wife, and they can't get at this person to a point they know in order to hurt this person or that person, they're gonna hurt the child. And they said if they hurt the child, they hurt that person even more. And that's what this dude did. He killed all those 3 kids. And a house fire, I believe. This is horrible, man. Children burned to death. But then again, we don't know who those people are. We don't know what they did, and we know there is a lot of spirits out there that are making those folks crazy, and things are happening, and there's nothing I personally can do, and I am not in a position to do anything now. We were praying and we were asking. Make no mistake. Excuse me. Make no mistake, beloved. Every single person, every time, ever since we were online, people were watching. They make it seem like the numbers are always down. Nobody's watching. 200-300 people watching, like 70 people watching. The entire world were watching, and they are still watching. And then now things like that are happening, and people are like, we need to go ahead and pray for him because he's black. He's one of us. No. Okay? No. With the name Joseph and all that. But anyway, beloved, let's keep on moving. Tragedy, things like that, they are all over. And then there's a lot of havocs that are going around.
We need to know what led to the death of Mr. Leonard. The community needs to know that.
Not quite 3 years after being released from prison and exonerated of a crime he did not commit, Leonard Cure was shot and killed during a traffic stop on I-95 in South Georgia Monday morning. The Camden County NAACP wants to know why.
Let the community see the video, because there needs to be a trust restored within our community. Right now, black and brown people in our community, they have very little trust in our sheriff department.
Okay, so then again, they always have those dudes coming over there and speak in general for all of us. We don't trust our enemies. We know those people never change, and they can't change. Okay? They can't change because that's what they do. They just go out there and murdering people, murdering our brethren, and then concocted the evidence, try to go out there and do the best they can to explain how this brother was the aggressor and show you how he pulled something, and then that something was like a giant 9mm of the AK-47 and things like that. We don't have any trust in those people, okay? We don't.
The Georgia Bureau of Investigation says Cure assaulted the deputy while he was trying to arrest him. The agency says the officer tased Cure twice before shooting him. The GBI did not say why Cure was initially pulled over.
It's just an utter tragedy. And here's someone who was a good person, good, to his close with his family, good to his family, good to everyone around him. And to have him gone in this way is just devastating.
Seth Miller with the Innocence Project of Florida says Cure received compensation for his wrongful incarceration and used the money to buy his first home. Miller says it's impossible to say what happened without seeing the video, but thinks the traffic stop may have been a charged encounter.
Most people who are wrongfully convicted and incarcerated long term for crimes they didn't commit bring with them trauma that can trigger them at any moment when faced with the prospect of being sent back for something they didn't do.
The Camden County Sheriff's Office declined to comment on the shooting. Vicente says the community deserves transparency.
We are demanding change within this department.
Well, anyway, so.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking.
Come on. All right. Anyway, so we're not asking for change or anything like that. We're just asking those people to get the hell off our way and get off our lanes, get off our planet. And which are they are, okay? Let's keep on moving. So let's see how long we... Come on, you son of a gun. What? Oh, boy. There we go. Why not? Let's use this one. How long we are? Okay, let's take another good 20 minutes and we should give another hour here. Let's keep on moving, all right? There you go.
As the fighting escalates between Israel and Hamas, the FBI...
Again, beloved, anytime they're reporting this, make sure somebody that look like us here. Put this woman here and then make sure you make it... Talk about the black and brown, LGBT, because not only we're all black, not only we're all brown, we are also LGBT. That is when it's convenient. But if there's any reparation giving to the LGBT community, you will not see you won't see none of those folks in there. You won't see if there is a reparation that's given to LGBT community, you will not see one of our people in there because it's not convenient for them. It is convenient for it would have been convenient for us, but when it's convenient for them, they'll use us. When it is not, they will just come out there and pretend they are us and take everything. But anyway, watch this.
is now warning about the growing threat of terrorist attacks here in the U.S.
That's right. The FBI director says the agency is seeing an increase in reported threats against both Jewish and Muslim Americans. And now local authorities are working to keep these communities safe. Joining us is NBC News investigative correspondent Tom Winters. So, Tom, did the FBI director elaborate on the exact kinds of threats they're seeing right now?
Right. Well, it's all centered around what we're seeing in the Middle East, in this Israel and Hamas war, what's going on there. There's an awful lot of rhetoric online. And he made those comments in front of the International Association of Chiefs of Police gathering in San Diego over the weekend, focusing in telling them effectively, hey, we're on this, but we've got an increase in threats. And now it's up to law enforcement to determine how credible these threats are, if any of these individuals are capable of acting out. And if so, if it meets the threshold, you know, you're allowed to say a lot in this country under the First Amendment, but you're not allowed to threaten people's lives. And so if certain things are triggered, then they're able to make an arrest. Or if you're supporting Hamas materially with funding, financing, or trying to help them out in any way, they're a designated foreign terrorist organization. You could end up in handcuffs. So that's what the FBI appears to be focused on.
I know the FBI director also mentioned what we would consider lone wolves, right? Like single actors acting on their own, which I imagine is very difficult to monitor or stop.
Very difficult, if not impossible, because basically it's somebody who is either consuming all sorts of online rhetoric or media and makes a decision that they want to act out in some way for their cause or against a cause, and they may not post anything online. They may not tell anybody they're going to do what they're going to do. They may not even purchase a gun. And so, yes, those are the most difficult things to stop, and that's why you're seeing this visible police presence outside of here in New York City, for example, synagogues and mosques and other public areas of gathering, just to make sure people understand that if you do try to show up there and do something, you're going to be met with force. You're going to be met with a uniformed officer. So,
yeah, so because there are certain communities that are well protected. See, when people make threats, they go to a supermarket in Buffalo, they literally waste a bunch of people that look like us, and they threaten our people. When our people get their neck kneel on and kill, you don't see things like that. You don't see the police coming out of our hood and protect the black churches and protect the black schools and the black neighborhood. You don't see that. You don't see people say, hey, if you try to commit anything like that, we will get you down. You will meet with force. Okay? Hell, if you even got people that look like us with guns and trying to protect the neighborhood, they'll call them terrorists. They'll say those guys are there trying to rape women, rape men, and kill children because they are racist, because they got guns. And people were like, oh, because we need to pray for peace upon the earth. No, man. Let those people handle whatever that they need to handle.
that's what they're focused on.
Tom Winter, thank you so much.
Of course.
Okay, this guy was an expert, so he went there and then telling you what they are focusing on. So yeah, they are doing their best to make it seems this thing has everything to do with us. Anyway, man. Okay, let me see. Nah, this is too long. We're not gonna go into this. This is too long. Okay, this is too long. Outrage erupts as U.S. priest calls for Pope Francis to be killed, likens him to the devil. Okay, an American priest, Father James Altman, unleashes a shocking diatribe against Pope Francis, even going so far as to call the pontiff demise and compare him to the devil. As reported by Newsweek on Friday, October the 20th, 2023, these inflammatory statements have now ignited a fervent response from Christian organization Faithful America, which or whatever. So this dude is calling the Pope, he's one of the priests calling him the devil, which pretty much all the time. Remember that priest that was calling the Pope heretic back in 2020, tried to fight the Pope and they arrested him, called the Pope out. And those guys are coming under heat now because he was saying a few stuff, concerning a few rainbow color folks that they can get married and have position. Women can now be deacon, yeah, whatever, Okay, woman sentenced for murdering housemate and driving her corpse through several states. Okay, look at the face of this woman. Okay, look at those bruises, those things, and the eyes. The facial expression. Those people, you see them all over working. Demons. Great glory. Let's keep on moving. Okay. This is in Israel, Tel Aviv. All right. There was huge flood. Going
Greetings
on
to everyone on my
Israel,
daily disaster.
and people don't say anything about it. Okay. Flooding in Scotland and Ireland. Okay, this is a storm in Scotland, all right? Okay, Storm Babette has claimed its second victims after van stuff. This thing is literally destroy Scotland, okay? This thing is literally destroy Scotland and Ireland, and you don't hear anything about it in the news, okay? The flooding is just crazy. And then again, like we said, if it's not a flooding, it's a fire. It's not fire. It's heat waves, cyclones, typhoon, and all of those stuff. Okay. All right. So, and Scotland is catching hell. Okay. Let's see. Drug abuse, suicide in Scotland. Okay, there's a video that just came out. Let's just filter this. It's there though. What? Let's just put this. Okay. Okay. Okay, 4 days ago. Okay, that's the one. All right, 4 days ago by Guardian. Okay. All right. Scotland's addiction crisis. Can outdoor therapy actually help? So, let's see if we can get to the part where the guy was showing. Okay, I believe it's that part right there. Okay, this part. Let's put it at 4:55. All right, listen to this.
The rest of the boys didn't make it here, unfortunately.
Well, they took the lives of all of them.
Suicide, 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 alcohol, suicide, 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 alcohol, suicide, 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 and suicide.
Okay, so that's what this dude's saying. All those people, they just dial 988. It's terrible, Bridget. Now, keep in mind, beloved, this is in Scotland. Can you imagine what's going on over there in Italy? Past that 90 days, there were no birth. You do know how many of people that die 988 in Italy? Okay, did we? In Italy, okay. And there is northern Italy and southern Italy. Okay. That guy say 988, 988, 988, 988, 988, 988. Alcohol 988, 988. Alcohol 988. They just dial it because life is unbearable to them. Okay. All right. So, and those people swagger jack our land. They didn't build none of those stuff. They swagger jack our stuff, and then the blessing is over, and they all being taken in out. That's all. That's all it is. They are being taken in out. You know. So that's why you are. Oh, this is weird. Where is the rest of her body? Is it his body? I believe his body. It seems like cut off right here. But anyway. So, yes. Can you imagine in the past 90 days how many of those people dial 988 in Italy? Okay, the problem is very, very bad over there in Scotland and all over Europe. Okay, in Greece, they are paying the women to have children. It doesn't work. It can't work. Really, in Italy, they didn't show the Vatican. They didn't show anything over there, you know, because the Vatican is something by itself. Okay, the Vatican is something by itself. So, let me see. All right, let's try to go to the Vatican. It's a country by itself. There we go. It's the Vatican right there. Okay, the Vatican. All right, you think those people build things like that? You think they did? You think they can build beautiful places like that? They have technology to build things like that. And why did they stop building things like this? You think they build those places? You think they build those cathedrals, those giant churches? They just put people that, you know, they just replace the statues, so to speak. And then they're like, okay, well, we build this. No, you didn't. Okay? You think they build magnificent buildings like that? You think they can engineer bridges, things that have been there for thousands of years? Okay, look at the architectures of this building right here. You think they build something like that? You think they are able to do things like that? Okay. This is the Vatican. Okay. And you think they bought those? You think the other one that built those Egyptian things? They put. I mean, this is a freaking Vatican. Sure, have nothing Egyptian in there, but yet you see some Sphinx-like characters in there. You think? Got the architectures. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Okay, they didn't and couldn't build something like that. And they don't know what it is. Those are not churches. Okay, the Vatican is not a place you come to pray. That's not what that is. Come on. Oh, yeah. There we go. The Vatican is not a place that you come and then you pray. That's not what that is. Okay, and it's not a place you come to just sit down there, watch this. This is a high technology that they don't know how to activate it. They don't know how to activate that. Okay, this is not a house of prayer or you go there to watch and pray and do things and stuff like that. That's not what that is. Okay, this is something beyond the imagination. But anyway, beloved, let's see how long we are into this thing. Oh, good grief. All right, we're just going to stop here. We're gonna keep moving, maybe tomorrow Sunday. But a word of advice concerning meditation, concerning staying in a high vibration, concerning getting better, concerning moving to your spirituality. Now, again, this is just advice. This is just a suggestion, and that has nothing to do with obligation or things that you need to do. However, time is moving and it's moving fast, although time is irrelevant for us that are in this work, in this spiritual realm. So if you need some advice, certain people asking questions and what you need to do to move to the next level of spirituality, because waking up and realize that you're a Hebrew Israelite or you're chosen Gentiles, that's step one. But it goes further. It goes beyond anything that you could possibly imagine. And what you need to do, if you need my advice, is once you find out you are a chosen, or you know you are different than the others that are out there, first thing first, you're going to find out who's your guardian angel. And we provide a free PDF that has the date and of your guardian angel. Each of you here, you were born in a specific day, not date. Okay, a specific day. For instance, some of you were born on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Each of you possess a specific character. Each of you were born a specific date, a specific numbers. They have spirits that walk with them. Some of you, your guardian angel is number 2, number 1, number 11, 43, and thus and so on. You need to know who your guardian angel is, because your guardian angel is a spirit guide. It will guide you to your next step to evolve. Okay, and when we say evolution, we're not talking about from monkeys to no, that's not. You already look, whatever that garbage those people come up, you already passed that thing. We are talking about becoming something else, what we are destined to be. We are talking about to become the God being, to literally manifest the God inside. Okay, to bring the inside God out, to make it present, to activate it. Okay, to make it relevant, to make it tangible, to bring it into this physical realm, because it is already inside of us. All we need is to manifest it outside. But in order for us to do that, we need to know who it is, what it is. Again, there are many other methods out there, but it is this. Once you do that, get into meditation. What is meditation, beloved? You don't need to sit in a very yoga-like pose. All you need to do is to sit, whether you sit on your bed, on a chair, shut your eyes, put your phone on alarm for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, beloved. And all you need to do is to observe your thoughts. Observe, just sit there and listen. Watch your thoughts. Don't fight any thoughts. Don't try to not to think. Just listen. Watch your thoughts and listen to nature. Listen to your surrounding. That is all. And tomorrow you add 1 minute. You do it for 6 minutes. The next day 7, 8, 9 until you reach 10. You can go over 10, but 10 is a sweet spot. Listen, beloved. And then the rest, you will hear it. You will hear what you need to be here. It takes patience, though. It's going to take you a week, to do this. But keep on moving. Beloved, Jews and Gentiles alike, we are in the last day. There's no doubt about that. We will leave you with peace. Okay? Shalom.